I am in high school. I'm 17 years old and I am able to drive my own car. I have a girlfriend and four friends. The reason why I'm telling you this is good information. And one day I remember this story very, very real. I remember waking up very late. I didn't know what time it was. All I knew was that the sun was higher than normal, than whenever I was supposed to wake up. I sneak out of my room to see the reason why behind this, and I realize that my mom is asleep. I needed to hurry and get to school before I have to hear all that yelling, and well, currently I didn't care. So I decided to hurry and get dressed, packed, and got my car keys. And as soon as I did, I drove away. As soon as I got to the school, I realized that if even if I show up late, I don't have much of a good excuse. This is really stupid. Maybe I gotta find a way in. Yeah. Okay. I need to find a way in. I circled around the school a little until I saw an open window. I thought to myself, what a coincidence. That might be my class, since my teacher always liked to open up the window. As I looked through the window, I saw that it was pitch black. The lights were off. That was good news. As soon as I climbed in, I realized that all the chairs and desks have been scattered. Apparently, something happened. I thought in my head, sheesh, someone must have had a bit of a brawl. Alright, I wonder what time it is. Before I could even pull out my phone, I was walking towards the door, and the door was closing, but before the door could even close all the way, I heard a loud thud. I jumped and turned back, but I wasn't able to see anything in the room. I tried to open up the door, but I wasn't successful. The door was automatically locked. For some reason, I felt really uneasy about it. I had to know that I had to get out of there, or away from the door at least. Anyways, I started to head away. I looked to my right where a clock was on top of a wall. As soon as I saw what it was, I realized that it's 11:20. My lunch started. I thought that this is good news, me getting into my other classes without any teachers scolding me, or something like that. I tried to rush my very quickest to the restroom, and before I even came even 2 feet away from it, I realized something. I didn't hear any talking or yelling. I thought maybe a teacher is giving a speech or something like that, but I didn't hear a teacher either. I decided to peek through and see what was going on, but what I saw made my heart drop. I saw 13 bodies. Those 13 dead bodies were students, and two bodies of teachers. I saw a head on the floor with no body attached and arms just scattered everywhere. It almost it was almost like a Saw flick, a scene that you would see in Saw or something like that. It wasn't very creepy. I needed to get away from here and call the police. But before I could even get out of there, I looked to my right and what I saw was something bone chilling. It was a man, possibly in his 30s or 20s. He wore a clown mask. He had overalls on, hiking boots, and a red striped shirt. He was holding a machete. I pulled out my pocket knife that my dad allowed me to carry around. Of course, it may have been against the rules, but rules can't apply right now. I waved it at the man and said to back off and to leave. I told him that I called the police and that they'll be here soon. He waved his finger at me and said, "No, you didn't. We've been watching you on the cameras, little boy." His laugh echoing the halls. He called my bluff. I ran and ran. I realized that he was walking towards me, almost like how Michael Myers would walk towards his victims or something like that. I was getting to a point where I had to make either a right or left turn. Before I could even stop to think, I looked to my shoulder and I realized that that man is sprinting right at me. It it was indeed terrifying. So I made the quickest choice in my life, and I made the right turn. Luckily, it was a good turn since I was able to make a couple more turns according to the hallway, and I'm pretty sure I lost the man at that point. About to take a breath near the office, also near the exit, I was slowing down until I looked to my left, and what I saw was another one. Another man with a clown mask, except he was wearing a black buttoned up shirt with blue jeans. He had a gun. He pointed it at me and said hello, or I didn't say it, more like waved it to me. I didn't slow down. Instead, I kept on running, hoping that I wouldn't hear that loud bang of a gunshot. But I didn't. I got out the doors, I went into my car, started it, and drove out of there. I got to 7 miles, not in the direction of my home, obviously, but I still called the cops and my parents to tell them what had happened. My parents were worried and very scared, and the police rushed there immediately. They got 2 of the men, but what they did bring out surprised me. It was a third guy. He was well built and had no shirt but just blue jeans on. He was also wearing hiking boots. I realized that his knuckles were bruised and that he had blood all over his chest. What something confused me is that why they were all wearing hiking boots. I didn't think of it that much, so I decided to leave. But before I could, I realized that there were survivors. Apparently, some of the teachers were in lockdown. The whole school was in lockdown, apparently. As soon as I was reunited with my girlfriend, I realized that all 4 of my friends made it out okay. I tried my best not to cry at that moment, but I guess you could say it's almost watching the ending of the Train to Busan movie. Heartbreaking. But I'm happy that everyone made it out. And those guys are all behind bars, and I will never have to see them again. I hope you enjoy listening to this story. This is not a true story. You may listen to this on headphones. There's no pictures or anything else, just my voice. I may do more, and I hope to catch you on the next video. Goodbye.